All right, welcome. This is part two to my insulation installation for my Eskimo one-man flip-over tricked out project number two. Well, don't ask me to say that again. Anyway, I know during part one I had mentioned that there would probably only be two parts to this, but I got this far into it and I felt it was imperative to let anybody know that it really doesn't matter if you're doing a Eskimo, a clam, a Frable, otter, whatever you're doing that isn't insulated. If you're going to do a project similar to this, what it's pretty much going to all entail. And I'm an hour and a half, maybe a little bit better than that, into this at this point, and I'm not even close to putting it together yet. So, as you can see, bare bones down to just the brackets. Left the brackets on, but that's what it took to get the pulls out. And all the hardware came off. Even there's that little bit of, I don't know what you call it, trim that goes around this outside edge here that holds your fabric on. All that had to come off to get the fabric off. Turn my fabric inside out, and basically made this cardboard jig, this cutout, and it represents the seams on the sides, okay, of the house when it's up. So once I made this, I transferred that to my fabric and traced it on the fabric and then cut the fabric up. Now, just in case I screwed up a little bit maybe on that, on the angles, I left a little bit of extra. I got about a ½ inch of trim here that I left extra along the whole edge all the way around. So it's just a little bit of an insurance policy that I can kind of jimmy it one way or the other. Of course, here's my other side. I just felt it was imperative to throw this. I know during part one I said I was only going to do two parts to this, but it was just important to let everybody know. I mean, this isn't something you're just going to jump out and do an hour project on a sunny day. Today is October 20-somethingth, and I don't even know it, but it's raining, it's dreary out, but we're doing this inside my garage. So, and it's just basic tools, all right? We've got a Singer sewing machine down in the basement I got to pull up. But other than that, I mean, a carpenter's blade, 4-foot level, and basically all I used that for is a straight edge when I was making my jig. Tape measure, tin snips, a couple of different size screwdrivers, a 7/16 wrench in this case, to pull the nuts off the, what would you call them? I don't know, the bottom of the rods that are in the house. These tiny little screws that go around that piece of trim that holds your fabric to the tub, and of course the rest of the hardware here, of course permanent marker for tracing. So anyway, all of this I just keep together so that it can go back together just the way it was to start with. So at this point in time, oh, I did forget, this is just the two sides. And if you recall what I showed you, I have black will be facing out. Okay, that will be my walls. I do have a white piece of fabric that's identical to this quilted stuff. It's just the only difference is it's white. And that's going to go on my ceiling. But I don't have that cut at this point in time. I didn't think it was important to cut it and show you that. Because it doesn't have anywhere near the critical angles. It's just a straight shot across the rough. So, other than that, I think I covered it and give you an idea. Like I said, I'm about an hour and a half into this project as it sits right now, and I would anticipate at least that probably just to sew the doggone thing if I can't find somebody inside my house to do it for me. So, wish me luck with that. Anyway, the next one will be part 3.